Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to look at the top 10 most badass moments in Boku no Hero. But before we start the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button as it really encourages us to make more interesting videos. Number 10, Entrance Final Exam moment in episode 4. It's the final moments of the entrance exam, starting with number 10. Midoriya, our young protagonist, was a loser at the start of the show. He was an oddball nobody in a world full of superpowers, and to make matters worse, he wanted to be a superhero. What it's like to be a pro basketball player without arms. All Might, fortunately for him, has the gift of being able to transfer his ability to another person, so he's recognized for his bravery. It's all about the journey to becoming a superhero. Many shonen shows begin this way, but when they get that one chance to shine, as Midoriya did, everything changes. Number 9. All Might vs Midoriya and Bakugou in episode 37. All Might vs Midoriya and Bakugou is ranked 9th. Some lessons have to be learned the hard way. Hardly hit over the head, slammed to the ground, and stepped on. Nothing in life hits you as hard as life, says an inspirational quote. All Might, on the other hand, seems to hit harder. This, I believe, is the point at which Bakugou became one of the series' most popular characters, even though he's a massive prick. His "I'm not going to back down" attitude and "no matter what the difference in strength is, I'll destroy whoever I'm facing" mentality make you love him. Number 8. Bakugous Rescue in episode 48. We'll now move on to number 8, which is Bakugous Rescue. This was a nail-biter and many of us thought we were going to lose Bakugou here as well. Fortunately for us, he is a badass who spits at the League of Villains' arms. With the third Villains League attack, now bolstered by the new recruits, this arc begins on a tense note. They kidnap Bakugou and attempt to enlist his services. He tells them hell no, and then it all comes together thanks to Midoriya's epic rescue. Number 7. Stain's rage moment in episode 30. It's Stain's rage moment at number 7. Stain is the best villain so far, despite the fact that All for One is stronger for most of us. I believe we admire people who don't give up when confronted with challenges larger than themselves, as well as characters who have strong, consistent values. That was the hero killer in a nutshell. Sure, his goal is to kill a bunch of pro heroes, but it's out of his own twisted desire to rid society of all fake heroes, and it's still admirable how he faced so many heroes and didn't back down. He also saves Midoriya from a villain because he believes he's deserving of the title of superhero. Does Stain flee when Endeavor, the second strongest hero, arrives? No, it's not true. He accuses him of being a fake and begins walking toward him. That's the attitude we should all have, minus the killing part. Number 6. Midoriya vs Todoroki in episode 23. Todoroki's use of his left side is number 6 on the list. The first is Todoroki's personal growth, which makes this moment incredible for me. Todoroki is one of my favorite characters from My Hero Academia's diverse and well-made supporting cast. He has the most natural talent of all the next generation students, but he hides half of it due to his father's relationship. This is the point at which he lets go of his inherited past and begins to envision his own self-made future. The second factor is Midoriya's mindset. He encourages Todoroki to use all of his strength to overcome his mental issues and mature as a man, which goes against his immediate goal of winning the match, but it serves the greater goal of a peaceful world by assisting the allies in becoming heroes. If you're enjoying this video and are interested in more anime videos, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Number 5. All for One's introduction in episode 47.
いい判断だよ、信楽戸村。
The debut of All for One is at number 5. I'm glad that in anime, the villains are rarely overlooked. In every series, they play an important role. With the exception of One Punch Man, a hero is only as strong as the villain he faces. The darker the shade, the brighter the light. All for One is the shadow of All Might's light. All Might is adored, but All for One is feared. His presence power and dark philosophy combined to create one of the best and most terrifying antagonist introductions I've ever seen in a shonen anime. Number 4. Midoriya vs. Muscular in episode 42.
必ず助けるから
When Midoriya defeats Muscular, he is ranked 4th on the list, while there doesn't appear to be any sort of power hierarchy in my hero's academic life. Midoriya's most powerful opponent up to this point in the show had been Muscular. Midoriya pushed himself to the limit yet again when attempting to protect someone. This quality was the deciding factor in All Might's decision to name him as his successor. Deku proved he made the right decision when he used everything he had in his attack to defeat Muscular against all odds. It also explains why Stain rescued Midoriya and thought he deserved to be a hero. Midoriya has constantly put his own life in jeopardy in order to save others, and it is in these moments that he has shone the brightest. Number 3. All Might vs. Nuomu in episode 12.
私が来た
All Might vs. Nuomu is ranked 3rd. The first attack of the Villains League is the first time we've seen some organization on the villains side. The attack gave a lot of students, especially Midoriya, a chance to shine, but none of them received as much as attention as All Might. No one can push All Might at that point in the series because he's the strongest character. Nuomu, the artificial human created by One for All, with the explicit goal of defeating All Might, has the ability to absorb shocks, which can be used to counterattack All Might's attacks. This epic battle revealed the full extent of All Might's power, including both his physical strength and mental fortitude in pushing himself past his illness and limitations. Number 2. Midoriya vs. Bakugou Round 2 in episode 61.
やるなら全力だサンドバッグになるつもりはないぞガッツァ
The fight between Midoriya and Bakugou is in second place. Unlike others who have grown up with their quirks, they have refined them and made them stronger as they have matured. One for All is a full-fledged quirk bestowed upon someone who has no idea how to use it. It's like giving a toddler a machine gun. The person who receives the One for All, on the other hand, grows faster than anyone else. Bakugou must be enraged to see the weak boy he has known since childhood has caught up to him or is about to overtake him. It's a good reminder not to compare yourself to others. Both of these boys have grown significantly in strength. Bakugou is observing Deku's growth rather than his own. Instead of finding joy in his own development, he finds pain in the development of his classmates. Number 1. All for One vs. All Might in episode 49.
平和の象徴ひとかけらとて奪えるものじゃない
It's All for One vs. All Might at number 1. All for One is the most heinous of all the villains. While the show depicts a peaceful world in which the villains have recently retreated, this was not the case. Crime ruled society at the start of the Kirk era. All for One, the king of villains, reigns supreme over this world ruled by villains. When All Might defeats All for One, the world will most likely turn. All Might is the third One for All user to try it, and the first to succeed. The show is a reenactment of their last battle, which took place years ago. That was most likely the last time we saw All Might at full strength, and it was breathtaking. Well, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and comment below. Oh, also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new to this channel to be notified when we upload more content.